Do you find that disturbing? No? Well, then why not ask those people who stay close by these masjids and other religious places who use loudspeakers for offering prayers? The issue of loudspeakers in the state of Maharashtra has cropped up again after Maharashtra Navnirman Sena chief Raj Thackeray warned the Shiv Sena-led state government to take down the illegal loudspeakers from atop the religious places. He had given the deadline of May 4, after which he said that his party workers would play Hanuman Chalisa on loudspeakers during the time of Azaan. So they did, and we all know what happened next. Around 250 of the Manase Karyakartas were detained by the Maharashtra police for protesting against illegal use of loudspeakers by masjids and other religious places in the cities of Pune, Nashik, Mumbai, and other parts of Maharashtra. Wait, instead of judging these people or Manase for raising the loudspeaker issue, can we just look at this issue as a real social problem? Loudspeakers till date have contributed to creation of massive noise pollution in India. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, any unwanted sound is termed as noise, and excess of such unwanted noise leads to creation of noise pollution.
According to the noise pollution rules, noise has been defined under accepted levels in different zones for daytime and nighttime. For daytime, the permissible limit is 75 decibels in industrial areas, while it has been set at 70 decibels for night. For commercial areas, the daytime permissible limit has been set at 65 decibels and 55 decibels for night. Meanwhile, the permissible limit is 55 decibels in residential areas and 45 decibels in night. In silence zones, 50 decibels has been set as the permissible limit for daytime and 40 decibels for night. Silence zone is an area comprising not less than 100 meters around hospitals, educational institutions, courts, religious places, or any other area which is declared as such by the authority.
But what if religious places in India themselves do not follow the permissible noise limits?
A short ground report by Z News recently revealed that the sound of azan that is offered 5 times a day on loudspeaker exceeded the permissible decibel sound limit. The reporter used the distance level sound meter only to confirm that masjids create noise more than 71 decibels in residential areas when permitted is only between 40 to 55 decibels. Similarly, when tested around the premises of temples, gurudwaras and church, it was found that the noise limit was almost within the permissible limits, measuring 62, 55 and 53 decibels respectively. It is important to note that the Supreme Court in the year 2005 had also issued an order in which it had banned the usage of loudspeakers from 10 pm to 6 am in the public places. The court had then considered the serious effects of noise pollution on the health of people living in the nearby areas.
Even today, after 7 years of the SC order, many mosques in India use loudspeakers without permission. In Mumbai alone, around 1,140 mosques applied for the permission to use loudspeakers, and around 950 of them were granted permission. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut stated that the law on loudspeakers was being completely followed by the religious places and that Raj Thackeray was deliberately trying to vitiate the atmosphere. Though the saga began in the state of Maharashtra, the issue of loudspeakers is not restricted only to the state of Maharashtra. No. Many states, including that of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Delhi, and more, are facing similar issues. But is any state government ready to take legal action against the religious places who use loudspeakers illegally? To note, the Uttar Pradesh government recently ordered removal of 37,000 illegal loudspeakers from atop the religious places and reduced the sound of 55,000 loudspeakers to the permissible decibel limits. Thackeray, in his Aurangabad rally, also lauded CM Yogi Adityanath for banning the illegal usage of loudspeakers in the state and taking a step forward to solving one of the major social issues. Also, 2 masjids in Mumbai were recently booked for violating the SC order on loudspeakers. Now, one might wonder that is taking down loudspeakers from atop the religious places the only solution to reduce noise pollution? Certainly no. But removing illegal loudspeakers from atop the religious places might help. Reports say that anyone who desires to use loudspeakers publicly for any purpose, say weddings, parties, or for any other religious purpose, must take permission from the local administration. In such case, how many masjids, mandirs, gurudwaras, churches do you think have legal permission to use loudspeakers? When more than 90% of the masjids say that they need to use loudspeakers for prayers, there are only 1% of the mandirs who feel it necessary. Interestingly, the movement of removal of loudspeakers from atop the religious places was not first started in India. Many of the countries like the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, France, the United Kingdoms, Austria, Norway, and Belgium have either limited the calls to prayers over loudspeakers or have banned the usage of loudspeakers. Recently, in 2021, the Muslim majority state of Saudi Arabia, which has more than 98,800 mosques, including the Grand Mosque of Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina, also banned the use of outer loudspeakers in mosques across the Middle Eastern country. Then why can't it happen in India? After all, using loudspeaker for offering prayer is not a necessary part of any religion. Seeing the issue of loudspeaker through the lens of religion and politics and not considering it as a social or environmental problem would be a grave mistake. There are people, students, patients who get affected due to the abnormal sound ranges of loudspeakers being played during the parties, weddings, any religious function or elections. In such cases, instead of falling prey to the loudspeakers that are played in the name of God, one can lodge an official complaint against the operator and contribute to a more social cause. After all, it's up to you to decide that who's creating more nuisance, the ones who are protesting against the illegal usage of loudspeakers or the ones who are actually using it.